Hey guys, Mike Adleski here, Outreach Coordinator here at Mac Incorporated. This is the next little video in our home exercise series for our Life Bridges program. So I've just got a couple of really cool wall shoulder exercises for you. So all you need to do is do all these and just like kind of just an open wall space. So just make sure you're not knocking any pictures off the walls or flipping any light switches by accident or anything like that. But this is a really good way to kind of hit mobility and strength for pretty much every aspect of your shoulder. So the first exercise I want to do is called a forearm wall slide. So all I'm going to do is just turn, face my wall here. I'm going to get in almost like a plank position. So with these, a lot of times people tend to lean or they're too far away. You're just kind of using this to kind of measure distance. So I just want to be one top of my arm length away from the wall, just enough so my elbows and my forearms can kind of sit on the wall comfortably. Then all I'm going to do from here is slide my hands up into a big Y shape. And once I get to the top, I'm going to pull my hands off and squeeze my shoulder blades together and hold that for a second or two. I'm going to bring my hands back to the wall and bring them right back down to where I started. So just going up into that Y position to do the next rep. Big squeeze at the top, squeezing everything together, get them as far back as you can. Right back into that position. So with this exercise, you can do it as many times as you're comfortable with. You're going to get pretty tired pretty quick on here. It's a lot of smaller muscles doing some stuff, so it's a little tricky. I would suggest anywhere from 10 to 20 reps. Take breaks when you need to, like break those 10 reps into 5 or 6 sets of 2 or something like that, whatever's comfortable for you. The next exercise we're going to do is a wall slide facing the opposite way. So all I'm going to do is push my back up against the wall so that my hips, my upper back, and my head are all staying in contact with this one. So from here, I'm just going to make a little it's good sign, a nice touchdown sign up top, just making a big goal post. I'm going to try to, ideally, you want to try to keep your forearms and hands in contact with the wall the whole entire time. I have terrible shoulder mobility, so I'm going to be off a little bit. So what you're going to do with these is keep everything pressed up against the wall as best you can, keep your shoulder blades pulled together, and then we're just going to slide up as high as we can, and just bring it right back down. Nice and slow, nice and under control, really keeping that active tension in your upper back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then just nice and slow, nice and controlled. If you got really good mobility and you can keep your hands on the wall, I can't. You should be able to bring your hands together at the top of this one. It's definitely a little tricky, a little advanced to get it all the way up there. Same thing with that one. If you want to do 10, 20 reps, somewhere around there, just keep moving through it nice and slow, get a big stretch. That's an awesome exercise. The next one we're going to do is I'm going to do a standing wall cat-cow exercise. So I'm going to put my palms kind of pressed into the wall. I'm going to lean, get my feet back just a little bit, lean into the wall just a little bit, and then from here, I'm going to work on tucking my chin and rounding my back. So I'm really pressing my shoulder blades forward, trying to get my arms as long as possible. Hold this end position for a second or two. And I'm going to try to make my arms as short as possible by squeezing my shoulder blades together and really leaning into it and kind of arching my back as hard as I can. So after I hold that for a second, just going back to that rounded position. Trying to round a little bit more, stretch a little bit further, hold that for a second, and then on the squeeze on the way back, try to squeeze a little bit tighter, get those arms a little bit shorter, and just keep moving through that. So again, 10 to 20 reps, whatever feels good, and just really trying to push that range of motion every time you go through the movements there. So my last little series for my wall shoulder series here is just a really good static stretch that you can do for your shoulder to the front of your chest, your bicep, your hands, your forearms. You're going to feel this pretty much everywhere. So all I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to put my hand flat against the wall. So I'm really trying to spread my fingers out, trying to spread my hand out, and trying to keep that hand as flat as I can. So if you got like tight finger joints, you got tight hand muscles and stuff, that you're going to feel the stretch immediately on this one. So from here, I'm going to straighten my arm out, lean into it a little bit. I'm trying to kind of push into the wall, and then I'm just going to turn and look the opposite direction and just hold this position here. So like I said, you're just going to feel this stretch in the front of your shoulder, your chest, your bicep, your forearm, your hands, pretty much everywhere in this whole arm that you got actively engaged in. It's a great stretch. So with this one, we're going to hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds, just kind of hang out here. You can move around a little bit, try to feel some different stretches in there if you want to, or you can just hang out and just let it stretch. Totally up to you. So yeah, definitely make sure you do the other arm as well. Like I said, 20, 30 seconds, just hold, hang out, feel a really good stretch, and then your shoulders should feel awesome after you do all those. Thank you so much for watching.